Hello, I'm Judith Paterson, and this is one of a series of interviews that I'm having with people who have experienced dis-ease or various other issues in their lives. And today I'm joined by Sue. So thank you so much, Sue, for coming along. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about why you sought treatment and what sort of things really fascinated you about the kinesiology treatment and how they helped you and your family as well. So again, many thanks. And why did you come along in the first place? I know it was a gift, wasn't it?
It was a gift voucher from a very good friend. I'd been under a lot of stress and I had a cancer scare. So she thought it might be quite good for my birthday to have a massage. So she gave me a voucher. I came onto your website and found that you did kinesiology, and I had experienced basic kinesiology years ago. So I decided, no, I'll come and get tested for foods and additives and preservatives and things like that. And it was just amazing, absolutely amazing.
So you already knew about the possibility of food intolerances?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yeah.
Great.
But never been able to track myself exactly what was causing the problem.
Right. So what was it about that first treatment that surprised you?
That different foods had really been affecting me, and things that I'd never realised. Also, the emotions played a very big part as well.
It's interesting about emotions because they do say that in fact 85% of all dis-ease within the body is actually emotional, which really opens up a whole multitude of ideas and possibilities of how we can actually help ourselves. So with the kinesiology treatment, and as far as the food intolerance testing is concerned, it's quite a simple process, isn't it?
Very, very simple, and I began to realise that the body doesn't lie.
Right, yeah. We think we can actually fool it, but there's no possibility, is there?
No.
So what were the foods that you had to remove from your diet, or your body suggested would be a good idea?
The basic ones were wheat. But what I was amazed at was wheat, it was gluten, it was flaxseed, and it also was oats, which was very unusual as well. So I had to take out the whole spectrum out, and taking those out, as well as aspartame and a few other things, I just felt like a different person. It was like taking the bark flowers as well for the emotions. Within 2 days, I just felt like I'd had a brain transplant.
Oh. That's really exciting, isn't it? No, that's really great. Now, you have been mentioning to me over the last few weeks too that, in fact, you've had a noticeable change in your grandchildren.
Yes, my daughter and her husband and 3 grandchildren have both been to see Judith. My oldest granddaughter had eczema. It was confined to the neck, the back of the neck, the front of the neck, under the chin, on her arms and her legs. She came for treatment and took out a lot of the foods. Nitrates was a big one as well as wheat. And now, maybe 6 months down the track, if she goes out to birthday parties and eats foods that have got preservatives and things in them that do affect her, there's no sign of eczema, there's no sign of dry skin, and the only thing she gets is that she tells her mum that her skin is itchy, but the eczema does not appear.
Brilliant. Oh, that's absolutely wonderful. And how about their behaviour? Have you noticed a difference in their behaviour?
Oh, definitely. She's a sweet little girl, but when she used to get those foods in her, it just used to fire her up, and it was like you just couldn't get through. It just didn't compute, and to discipline her was just a waste of time, because it you just couldn't get through to her. She was on another planet, and when she calmed down, that's when you can actually talk to her. But at that particular time, when she was in that state with the foods in it, that she was allergic to, or that were affecting her, it was just hopeless.
So it wasn't just because she was a naughty girl,
no.
It was the fact that there was something affecting her which was definitely affecting her whole personality.
Yeah. Within half an hour, once we knew what the foods were, if she did have something at a party, you could actually just see it. Her eyes would change, and the signs were there.
Great. Yeah. I'm so pleased that that's been such a great change. So if you were to put out a message to other people who maybe a bit unsure about what they can do about their own health, what would you recommend? Do you feel that kinesiology is a possibility for people?
It saves a lot of time. Judith, by testing your body, can actually tell you exactly what's triggering it. Then you have choices whether you want to change or not.
Yeah.
Before, I didn't have any choices. I had lots of doctor's appointments and lots of medication and things like that. And it didn't really, it might have quietened things down for a while, and then they'd flare up and other health issues would come up as well.
And by treating the cause, we actually become clients rather than patients. So we're actually helping our own health.
Definitely, yeah.
Yes, so I think that's the simplest way of being able to put it, isn't it? That we're treating the cause rather than the symptoms, and by doing that we become happier, and also that self-empowerment by having the choices.
Yes, definitely.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Sue. That's been absolutely brilliant.
Thank you,
I hope that other people will actually take notice of the fact that there is a possibility that they can actually do things to help themselves.
That's right. Thank you, Judith.
Brilliant.
Thank you.